Today's video will look at Christmas at the Song and Hearth buffet in the Dolly DreamMore Resort and discuss what you can expect at this higher-end buffet. Welcome to Bear Facts, where we explore the Smoky Mountains one bear fact at a time. There are many amazing places to choose from when you're visiting the Smoky Mountains, but sometimes you want to look for a place that might offer something a little different. In today's video, we'll take a look at the DreamMore Resort Song and Hearth buffet at Christmas time and discuss what you can expect when visiting this amazing resort and buffet during the Christmas time. The Song and Hearth is open for both breakfast and dinner, and since I haven't tried the breakfast, I won't cover it. But what we did was the dinner buffet during Christmas time. The dinner buffet starts at 5 p.m. and ends at 9 during the week and 10 on Friday and Saturday. So let me tell you about my experience and what you can expect if you plan on visiting during this time. Song and Hearth is a buffet-style restaurant that is at the DreamMore Resort in Dollywood. The restaurant is open to the public, and anyone, not just hotel guests, can dine there. When visiting the resort, you can either use the free self-parking or valet parking for a fee, or you can take the DreamMore shuttle bus from the park to the resort. These shuttles are also free and also enclosed, which makes it nice to have temperature control for the ride, but there is a parking fee at Dollywood. Using the shuttle service makes more sense if you're at the park and want to take a break to dine at the resort. When you enter the main lobby from the shuttle drop-off or the valet parking area, the restaurant is going to be down the grand staircase. During Christmas, the lobby and hotel grounds are lit up with festive lights. The 3-story Christmas tree is hard to miss as it stands at the base of the stairs and towers high above. The fairy lights lanterns are an amazing touch, but the sheer size and scale of the tree is something to marvel at. Now, don't worry if you have limited mobility, there is an elevator for those who need it. The Song and Hearth is right under the balcony lounge area on the first floor. Right above the restaurant, they have a stone fireplace and a comfy lounge area. They were also doing a letter to Santa with the guests, our little guests, at a massive wooden table. The main lobby and entrance to the hotel is decorated amazingly with Santa, presents, and Christmas trees everywhere you look. After heading down the stairs from the lobby to get to the lower level where the restaurant is, you'll get a fantastic view of the massive tree. Once you're on the first level, make sure that you check in with the hostess, even if you have a reservation. There is more comfortable seating in front of the restaurant where you can wait for your name to be called. One thing that I would highly suggest is to make a reservation before your visit. When you go on their website, you might be asked if you want the lounge or the dining area. We ate at the dining area that has the buffet, but you can choose to dine in the lounge. It has a smaller menu and more casual seating. This is good for families who don't want to pay the higher price for the buffet and just want burgers and fries. The host will guide you past the lounge and you can catch a glimpse of the buffet as you enter the main dining area. In the center of the main dining area is a grand hall with a vaulted ceiling and beautiful colored glass windows that are high up. Because it was dark outside, we didn't get to see much, but during the day the colors are spectacular. There are 4 giant tree and music-inspired quilts on the walls, glass windows, and the impressive cobblestone hearth in the center. When we visited, the fireplace wasn't lit, but it was definitely the centerpiece of the room. The rest of the dining area wraps around the center space, separated by partitions and walls. There is plenty of seating and tables to fit for many different party sizes. As you can see in the video, some of the tables are very large and can accommodate large party sizes. The waitstaff will greet you after you are seated and provide a menu of the items you'll find in the buffet. There are different menu items for different days of the week, but the format is the same. You'll have a cold and hot bar, a pasta making station, a children's bar, and of course the dessert bar, as well as a carving station each day of the week. The staff will also get your drink orders and bring bread to the tables. The soft drinks, teas, and coffees are included in the cost of the buffet. When you head over to the buffet, you'll see a salad bar island in the center of the buffet. The island is broken into 2 parts, a hot and cold food section. The cold bar has basics such as fresh mixed vegetables, salad, dressing, coleslaw, and southern potato salad. Like most of the items offered on the buffet, these things will vary day to day. The hot bar also changes, though many of the items on the children's bar seem to be the same. I have to admit that the children's bar is just as good as the rest of the place. It has pizza, taters, and mac and cheese, as well as nuggets and other things that adults like just as much. The adult menus will include stone soup, which was a cabbage-based soup on the day we visited. I personally wasn't impressed with it, but there are others who might like a lighter soup. Since we only went on this one day, I wasn't sure if they changed the soup every day. They also usually have some kind of pork item that's usually on the menu, whether ribs, pulled pork, or pork sliders. Every day also has some kind of fish on the menu, either salmon or catfish, and of course the fried chicken makes an appearance every day as well. The covering station is next to the pasta station, and both are attended by staff to help guests. The day we went, it was brisket, but they have prime rib and pork loins on the other days. The soup is also attended by the staff, which I didn't like how that was arranged since we had to wait for one of the attendants to help with serving our soup, which meant waiting in a long line at times for something I could have gotten myself. Of course, there's a lot of different vegetation choices every day of the week, from collard greens, corn, carrots, to baked beans and mashed red garlic potatoes. So if you have a vegetarian in your party, they will have options to choose from. The dessert bar is very impressive. One of the first things we see when entering the restaurant is the donut wall. It wasn't until I went closer that I realized the donuts were real and for guests to eat. What a fun idea. But there are many other things on the dessert bar to pick from. There are pies, amazing looking cupcakes, pudding bread, sweet bread, brownies, and many other things to pick from. I'm not sure if they changed the dessert selection, but it's quite extensive. So that sums up the expectations of the buffet, and though everything looks great, the idea many are going to ask is it worth the price and time out of your day to go? If you are a Dollywood Gold member, you will get a 15% discount, which will help buffer the price. But even with the discount, the price for 4 adults, including tax and tip, will cost well over $150. That's not a cheap meal. And to top it off, if you're spending the next day at the park, you will need to budget for at least 3 hours to leave the park, commute, wait to be called, even if you have a reservation, eat, and then return to the park. I admit that I really enjoyed walking around the grounds at the DreamMore Resort and taking in the decorations, but it came with a cost. We ended up not having enough time to enjoy the night lights at the rest of the park as they close at 9. And because dinner doesn't start until 5, that was the only option we had if we wanted to combine our park day and dinner. I would suggest if you have only one day in the park during Christmas and want to see the night lights for Christmas in Dollywood, plan another day to go to the Song and Hearth buffet. Seeing the park during the night and having time to walk around and enjoy the amazing light show is far more valuable than eating at the buffet. There are many quick eats or even sit-down restaurants in the park, and you won't need to leave the park for them, which will save you some time in the long run. Though keep in mind that during the Christmas season, Dollywood draws in massive crowds, and there will be lines and waits for almost everything you do. I really enjoyed the decorations and the idea of the buffet, but personally, I felt that the pricing was steep for what you're getting, and the foods, though good enough, are pretty much on par with most of the other dining and foods you can find in any buffet. I don't regret going, just that I would have chosen a day that wasn't a park day and would only consider doing it again if I had a large party that I needed to make reservations for instead of trying to wait. Thank you again for joining us at Fairfax of the Smoky Mountains. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and maybe we'll have a chance to see and experience the Smoky Mountains in person someday. Please help us out by clicking that like button and subscribing to our channel.